William von Hippel, The Social Leap, the new evolutionary science of who we are, where we come from, and what makes us happy. Embark on an evolutionary journey with The Social Leap by William von Hippel to discover the origins of our social behavior and how it has shaped our society. In this book summary, you'll learn about how our ancestors were forced to adapt to life in the savannah, developing bigger brains and honing their social skills to ensure their survival. You'll also explore the progression of human society from hunter-gatherers to the agricultural revolution and how these changes brought about hierarchy and inequality. Dive into our cognitive evolution and gain insights into the human condition, as well as learn about the role of happiness and social innovation in our species' development.
The evolutionary pressure for social lifestyle. 6 to 7 million years ago, ape-like ancestors living in Central Africa had a comfortable life in the rainforest canopy until climate change and tectonic shifts forced them to the harsh savanna. To adapt to the new environment, pre-humans had to develop new survival strategies, including a more social lifestyle. The ability to work cooperatively became the most important adaptation and required the development of communication skills, emotional intelligence, and other mental capacities. Early hominids had to make a social leap by evolving bigger brains and honing their interpersonal abilities to ensure their survival. The evolution of human brainpower. How did human brains evolve to become larger and more complex than those of chimpanzees? According to the book, Sapiens, about 6 million years of evolution, environmental pressures, and social skills acted as catalysts for the growth in cognitive abilities. From Australopithecus afarensis to Homo erectus, the size of the brain doubled, giving rise to complex social lives, better tools, and hunting techniques. As the Homo erectus evolved into Homo sapiens, a theory of mind developed, allowing for the easy sharing of complex information from one generation to another. This led to more sophisticated survival skills and laid the foundation for the next stage of human society, the agricultural revolution. The dark side of agriculture. Agriculture sparked inequality, hierarchy, and competition, leading to a shift from communal societies to sedentary civilizations. By enabling storage and accumulation of surplus food, it facilitated the rise of private property, which gave some individuals more power and status, leading to complex hierarchies. This new era of competition also brought about changes in gender relations. Despite these changes, humans' communal nature persists. The power of human connections. Humans evolved to rely on social skills for survival, making interpersonal connection a deep-seated desire. Sharing our thoughts and feelings helps us coordinate plans and took on a new level of importance with the advent of civilization. Persuasive storytelling and confidence both evolved as fantastic survival tools. Our tendency to exaggerate and distort reality came about as a way to ensure that others react appropriately to certain threats. The power of social innovation. Technology is great, but our greatest inventions are social innovations. Humans tend to find solutions through their social connections and leverage them to solve problems in new ways. Social innovations leverage social relationships to solve a problem in a new way, while technical innovations usually mean building or modifying a physical tool to accomplish a new purpose. However, most people make small social innovations every day, and studies show that only about 5% of people really engage in technical innovation at all. Our technical wonders usually come from a small subset of people who are both technically inclined and socially disinclined. This means that we really only reach for technical solutions once our social network has failed us. The power of social context. The book explores the impact of social context on human behavior by comparing the leadership styles of Nelson Mandela and Robert Mugabe. Social context shapes whether people cooperate or have conflicts. Humans are capable of both great altruism and terrible selfishness depending on their survival strategies. People generally cooperate within groups to ensure survival. Violence within groups usually arises from competition for limited resources. However, setting aside petty squabbles and working together becomes a matter of life and death in the face of an external threat. This pattern is evident in international relations and even in political partisanship within countries. The paradox of happiness. Evolution has made happiness a tool of survival. Humans experience joy and contentment when we do something that is evolutionarily advantageous. However, the happiness these accomplishments bring us must be fleeting. The human brain balances happiness and motivation. Studies demonstrate that the happiest people mostly maintained their current income, while moderately happy individuals saw the most significant income growth. Though happiness plays other roles in our lives, it does not equate to everlasting pleasure, and wealth cannot guarantee happiness. The paradox of happiness lies in the balance between contentment and motivation, and understanding its evolutionary purpose can help us appreciate the fleeting yet crucial role it plays in our lives. Finding true happiness. Discover the keys to authentic happiness by following our biological imperative, staying healthy, and cultivating relationships. What makes humans happy is complex and multifaceted, especially when compared to the simple path of wild animals. However, by learning from our evolutionary history, we can identify the key factors that lead to true and lasting fulfillment. Building true happiness is about following our biological imperative to survive and pass on our genes. This can be achieved by cultivating a healthy lifestyle, maintaining strong social connections, and developing skills that make us valuable members of our community. Staying physically healthy is essential to happiness. It's easier to be happy when you feel good, and this can be achieved by eating a balanced diet, getting enough exercise, and adequate sleep. Furthermore, socializing can provide more than enjoyment, as strong friendships and teamwork are essential to our well-being. Ultimately, true happiness comes from finding what makes us unique and special. Whether it's a talent, knowledge, or offering help to others, we find satisfaction when we stand out by offering something of value. This can be achieved through self-improvement and pushing ourselves to learn and master new skills. In conclusion, while material goods and status symbols can offer temporary pleasure, true happiness comes from fulfilling our biological imperative, staying healthy, and cultivating relationships. By following these principles, we can achieve lasting fulfillment and happiness in our lives.
By the end of your journey through The Social Leap, you will have gained a deeper understanding of human evolution and how our social behavior has shaped our existence. Our ancestors made a significant social leap, as shown by the development of their cognitive abilities and progressed through various stages of society. Discover the intrinsic values of cooperation, communication, and innovation that have driven us throughout history, and how our social context determines if we cooperate or come into conflict. Lastly, explore the role of happiness in our lives, learning to build genuine happiness by following our evolutionary imperatives, which ultimately create a more fulfilling life.